This is Dr. Ornella Umubyeyi. I am very, very excited to do the first Q&A in English. The first one was in Kinyarwanda/Kirundi. But this is my first one in English, where I am going to be answering some of the questions that you have sent me on Instagram, Facebook page. Some was through an email, and some was from the public WhatsApp number. And if you don't have it, you will get the number at the end of this video. If you want to send more questions, I would love to answer your questions. And sometimes I don't get to answer all the questions in the inbox. And someone said, hey, what about you do a video answering some of our questions? So here I am. I am excited to answer your questions. Of course, it's going to be anonymous. Yeah, so let's start with the first question. The first question I received says, what do you think has been changing in the life of Christians during COVID-19? And then the person added in parentheses, what can we do better? All right. I will answer the question the way I understand it. So I think for me, what is happening or what has happened during COVID. Now I'm going to speak from my perspective. I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone. This is absolutely my perspective, and all my answers are just going to be reflecting more of my beliefs and my theologies and my experiences. So we are driven in despair. So I would definitely say that one thing I have noticed is that maybe one thing that we should truly encourage believers is not just to believe in God, but it's mostly how long can you stay strong? How long can you stay faithful? How long can you stay hopeful? How long? It's not just enough to have hope, but how long can you keep hope? How long can you keep faith? So I think that we have not truly equipped believers when it comes to long faith. I think that we always preach, teach, tell that faith is important, but long faith is what gets us through tough and long seasons that seem unbearable. Yes. All right, let's go to the next questions. All right, here's the second question. The second question says, I am struggling with a friendship. I don't think that it is still the same. And I want to move on, but it is hard because we were very close. What do I do? All right, I think we always think that the hardest breakups are actually relationships. But I also believe that the hardest breakups are also friendships, because we put in time, we become close, intimate. We invite people to see a deeper side of who we are than usual. So a lot of people assume that we don't grieve when we lose a friend, when the friendship change. So I would say, take the time that you need to grieve, as if you will be grieving actually any other breakup, you know, even a divorce, you know, even if it's the death of someone. Because this, as it sound, I cannot assume, as it sound, is that this friendship was very meaningful to you, and it seems that it is not as it used to be, and you seems like you're grieving. You're grieving that the friendship is never going to be the same. And that is something that you should take time to grieve and accept that some relationships don't always stay the same. Sometimes you're close with someone in college and then it's not the same afterwards. Sometimes you're close with a friend, you know, at church, and then it's not the same. Sometimes we make friendships with people where we think it's going to last forever. And when it doesn't, I think we should learn to allow ourselves to grieve the friendships that don't stay, and to tell ourselves that it is okay if we're drifting apart. It is okay if we are no longer seeing things eye to eye, and I don't have to hold on someone just because of what we had. All right? I hope that answers your question, but my invitation is truly take the time to honor the wonderful friendship you had. You know, it is important to honor what we had, and it is also okay to grieve what is no longer. All right. I need to answer fast, and then my phone keeps going on lock. All right, so here's the third question. The third question is, when do you think that it is the wrong idea to get, wait, huh? When do you think is the wrong idea to get married? The wrong, okay. So I am going to phrase it the way I understand it. If I am wrong, come back in my DM and correct me. All right, so when do I think it's the wrong idea? I mean, do you mean like the wrong time or wrong idea? Okay, so, okay, when do I think it's the wrong, I want you to answer it the way I understand it. So whoever sent me this question, come back and correct me. So I think that it is, sometimes we may get married for the wrong reasons. I think maybe you mean reasons instead of ideas. I think some of the wrong reason to get married, I think it is of one, the first reason, getting married because of pressure. I think the pressure can lead us to make bad decisions. It's not just, in marriage, it's in getting a job, it's getting our life together. It is, sometimes society pressure us to get married. Sometimes it's our parents. And I know people personally, who are dear former co-workers and former colleagues and former, partners that I have worked with who have told me, hey, I got married for the wrong reasons. I got married because I was tired of hearing my mom tell me over and over to get married. And here I am married to someone who I literally don't like. I don't like my spouse. But I got married not because I was ready, not because I understood what marriage was. I just got married because I was just tired of the voices of people. The second reason that is wrong to get married is getting married with someone because of what they would do for you. I think that is very selfish, either if it's financial reasons. Like once you see someone, they're well financially and you're like, I could benefit from them. I think that's very selfish and very wrong I think those are wrong motives. I think that marriage should be a reflection of love, of the betterment, that both partners coming together and say, we're gonna better each other, right? We are gonna grow together. But if one comes with the idea of, I'm going to benefit from you, I think that's a wrong reason to get married. Then the third one for me is getting married because you are afraid to be lonely. So loneliness is one thing. Being alone is another thing. Now, I believe that loneliness is, it's almost it's an emotion, but it's also kind of a spiritual thing, because you can be around people and still feel lonely, right? So being alone in singleness is one thing. Now, being alone in singleness and feeling lonely, that's another thing. So I think that people who get married hoping that their partners are going to fill that void, again, it's the idea of, I want my partner to fix me. I want my partner to give me joy. I want my partner to fill this void that I have. I want my partner to be all these things that my parents weren't for me. So those are some of the reasons I think that are wrong to get married. So if, I'm not sure if I answered your question, but if I didn't answer your question, then let me know, and then yeah. All right. The next question is, what motivates you to do all the videos that you do? And do you always feel like encouraged and motivated? No, because I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I love the videos I do because I love the people. I think that when you love what you do, but you love who you do it for more, I think you have more endurance. You have more, like they say in French, if I might drop some of my French in there, perseverance, right? You have more strength, you have more resilience. So I would say that it is you who watch my videos, you who comment, you who share, you who are always in my DMs or my, or just reaching out. It is the people that I mentor. It is the people that I teach. It is the people that come in my workshops. It is the people that, come in my coaching. It is seeing the growth that happens in the lives of those that I have been called to serve. Now, is it always easy? Absolutely not. I'm just human. Sometimes my body is, gets weary and tired and drained, but I am always excited because I'm always like, what I am doing is not for me. It is for you. It is to encourage someone. It is to elevate someone. It is to uplift someone. I think that whatever you do, is you do it for others and with no expectation in return, that works. I think that you don't have to have high expectations. I don't have high expectations. Like whatever I put out, I put it out for people. I don't put it for me. I don't put it for the views. I don't put it for the amount of followers I'm going to get. I just say, I hope that this is going to bless someone. Even if it's 2 people, even if it's 1 person who watches it, as long as it betters someone, as long as it uplifts someone, as long as it gives hope to someone, that's enough for me. So yeah, I'm not perfect. I get weary, I get tired, but once in a while I get wonderful people who encourage me to continue to do what I do. So I am very grateful. All right. The next question is, what are different types of friendships to you? You mean what are different types of friendships according to me? All right, so I would just share my experience and my observations. I think that sometimes we connect with people for different reasons, but I think many of us don't know how to discern the difference between who is there for us for a season, who is there for a lesson, and who is there for the long-term purpose. Now, I believe that everybody in our lives is important, even the people who walked out of our lives, because I think that either you can see something as a heartache, or you can see something as a lesson, or you can see them as both. And I like to see them as both. I don't have to choose. I can agree that, hey, this was painful, and this is what I have learned. This is what I have learned about myself. This is what I have learned about people. So I believe that sometimes we are desiring so much connection that we don't learn how to discern if we are connecting with people because we are lonely, or if we are connecting with people because we are there for a purpose and to better each other. Sometimes you can connect with people because you're at work, you both happens to dislike the same person. You both happens to spend a lot of time at work. I think that life is heavy. Life is tiring. So if you're able to find 1 or 2 people you can be comfortable with, you can feel safe with, you can be yourself, you can both be serious and you can both be silly. If you have someone or people who check on you, if you have people who seem to not judge you, if you seem to have people who reflect the scripture of 1 Corinthians chapter 13 of love, that love is kind, love is patient. If you find people who are understanding, if you have people who listen between the lines, right? Hold on to them. hold on to them. For me, I'm realizing that what's meaningful about life, it is not just what we accomplish. What's meaningful about life is who we do life with. Not just life partners, right? Because when we think about who we do life with, we think about having children or our life partners who are great and they are part of our lives. But I think the friendships is so powerful. Friendships can either uplift us or bring us down. And I'm noticing that it doesn't matter what you accomplish in this life. It doesn't matter what you have. If you don't have people who care, if you don't have people, you can be yourself. If you don't have people, you can share your success and share your failures. I think that life is hard. Life is hard already the way it is. But I think without them or without people, life is harder. All right, so I'm not sure if I answered the question, but I'm going to say this. I think that in order to know how to place people in our lives, we need to have wisdom, we need to have discernment, and we also need to have time. Discernment and time. I believe that time reveals characters of people. I have said this before, I will say it, and I will always say it. Time reveals. Time reveals people's intentions. Time reveals people's character. And time will reveal how people feel about you. When you are down or when you are in times of need, time will reveal how people feel about you and who they see you as in their lives. I will stop here with the few questions that I have answered. I hope that those who asked me the questions, I was able to answer them. Again, thank you for sending me your questions. So for those who also want to slide in at the questions, because I'm going to do different parts, please feel free to slide in my DM, all right? And I will not say your names. If you're watching this from Facebook or YouTube, however you're watching it, feel free to send me your questions, no matter how silly or serious they are. I'm always open and welcoming your questions. And the WhatsApp number that is public is +1 704 765 2180. +1 704 765 2180. I look forward to your questions, and I hope that you have learned one or two things in this video. If you did like this, don't forget to share it. If you're watching this from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. I would love if you subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that is still okay. I still love you, all right? No hard feelings. I'm petty, but I'm not that petty yet, okay? I know Jesus. So, I love you. God bless. Till next time.